But let me start by introducing Gene Lucas, who is the Executive Vice Chancellor for UCSB. Gene's in the Departments of Mechanical and Environmental Engineering and Chemical Engineering on campus. And every campus has a sort of a different administrative structure, but the EVC is the Chief Academic Officer for UCSB. And it's really the Office of the EVC in consultation with the faculty that has oversight for all the academic planning on the UCSB campus, programming, development, and implementation of academic policy and the academic personnel process. So when push comes to shove on campus, Gene is the go-to guy in many ways for anything that involves the academic enterprise on campus. And he's been the person who, all along with NCEAS, has created and assured a faculty line for the center. He's always assured campus support, financial supports, and he's also helped us with development efforts and so forth. So he's really an important friend of the center, and he's been in that role for many years. So this is just a chance to thank you, Gene, for all of your leadership. He's a fantastic campus leader, and he's just going to give a couple of remarks.
Thank you, Frank, and good morning, everybody. And welcome to Santa Barbara. I think for the vast majority of you, it's welcome back. And you might remember this is a nice sunny place with an ocean. We have the same mean temperature as Chicago. The standard deviation's a little different. But this year, I think, is unusual in that it's actually warmer in Chicago today than it is in Santa Barbara. And you don't get that very often. So I want to thank Frank and his crew for organizing this and to showcase NCEAS and to let you know that we're still alive and kicking in Santa Barbara. And I want to thank Frank in particular for taking on the leadership role in this time of transition for NCEAS to move to a new set of foci and new funding model. And it's been a terrific enterprise founded by Bill Murdoch, who we're looking for this morning but didn't see yet, and built by Jim Richmond, who's back visiting today. And Frank, I think, has got some great ideas about how to transition NCEAS and keep it moving forward. It's been a really important component of the UC Santa Barbara constellation of science and technology at Santa Barbara. And I'm just going to give you one example of that. We're very proud that we continue to rise in international rankings. There's one that came out recently from the Center for Science and Technology at Leiden University in the Netherlands. And it ranked top 500 universities in terms of impact on science and social science, based on citations in top journals and the number of times the publications coming out of the institution were cited, and the number of times they appeared in top journals. And UCSB ranked 7th in the world in terms of the science and social science impact, and the number 1 out of all public institutions. And one of the key components of that is publications that have come out of the NCEAS effort, and very high impact on ecology, as you all know in this room. And has helped contribute to the high impact of science of UC Santa Barbara and the world as a whole. So we're really proud of the work that's done at NCEAS, really happy that we could provide a home for that, and really happy that you could all come back and share the science and exchange that NCEAS has been so important in fostering over the years. So welcome and thank you very much.
So another campus leader with a very high helpfulness index for NCEAS is Mike Witherell, who's the Vice Chancellor for Research. Mike actually holds a presidential chair in the physics department and served as director of the Fermi National Accelerator Lab at one point in his career. He's been Vice Chancellor at UCSB since 2005. As the Vice Chancellor for Research, Mike oversees, orchestrates, and champions the campus research enterprise, which is, I don't know, Mike, you know the numbers, but it's roughly a $225 million a year enterprise at this point. So it's a pretty big job. And I know it personally as a director. I've had to go to Mike a lot for advice and guidance on how to move forward with NCEAS, and he's been incredibly helpful. He's also been very firmly committed to making sure that our state funding and campus support and so forth continue forward into the future. That's really important to us. So I won't say any more than to say that it's really nice to have you here and be able to thank you for all the help you've given to NCEAS over the years. Mike?
So as Gene said, welcome back to Santa Barbara for most of you. We heard this really inspiring talk by Jane Lubchenko last night on how several things came together in a unique way to create this unique institution. And we're very proud to have been host to that here at Santa Barbara. And the visionary directors that made it work, Bill Murdoch, Jim Richmond, and now Frank Davis. And I also want to mention Stephanie Hampton, a very important role she's taken in making NCEAS what it is. So we think it's a great match to UC Santa Barbara. The interdisciplinary approach, bringing in many fields, the emphasis on ecology and the environment, and frankly, the long partnership with National Science Foundation, which we have here at the Kavli Institute for Theoretical Physics and our long-term ecological reserves. We work closely with NSF, and it's been a good partnership in many ways. So I'd also like to mention Henry Golds and the long connection he's had with his campus on many things. It's very important. So we are listening to all of your comments. As Frank said, there will be a discussion tonight about NCEAS 2.0. Santa Barbara and UC Santa Barbara are trying to serve this community, and so we're listening to you about what it is you're looking for and how to make this work. And so I look forward to working with you on building NCEAS 2.0. Thank you.
I want to acknowledge one other person. I won't ask him to come up and make any comments, but NCEAS is administered through an organized research unit called the Marine Science Institute, and they do a lot of the hard work of tracking the numbers and making sure payrolls are all tight and secured and so forth. And so Mark Brzezinski, where is he, Mark? Right here, is the director of the Marine Science Institute, and I just wanted to acknowledge them for all the help they've given us over the years as well. So Mark, thank you.